It's week 4 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Seahawks and the Lions under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta have it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Lions led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
A second down throw for Goff. He'll get this out wide. And he's not able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Third and long. Throwing here is Goff. Quickly, they get it into the hands of Williams. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. The Lions will punt this ball away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft out of USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And this is where you really need your quarterback, Mike, to step up and not just lead your offense, but to really establish himself as the leader of this entire team. You're looking to pick up your first win. You're trying to build a little momentum to kickstart what's been a slow start to the season. Remember, another loss here today, 0-4, would all but eliminate their playoff chances. Only one team in NFL history, the 1992 San Diego Chargers, has ever made the playoffs after an 0-4 start.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's got the connection. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Seattle. Now former college star over in East Lansing, it's Kenneth Walker. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Once again, it's Walker. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Throwing on third down is Darnold. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on third down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On play action, here's Darnold. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. They'll run right. Here's Walker. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain.
He's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So here as the quarterback, you can't take that sack. You have to understand it's fourth down. While you don't want to throw a pick, you've got to get this ball out of your hand and give one of your playmakers a chance to make a play for you and extend this drive on fourth down.
The Lions offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. Off the play fake, here's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll go play action with... Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
Here's Jack Fox now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Seahawks offense ready to take over for their second possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And they're going to get him down right at the 25. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Walker. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go play action with Darnold. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. In motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Darnold. That's over the middle and taken in by Valdez-Scantling.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Cup in motion. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on first and second down to stay ahead of the chains so third down is not so daunting.
Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over once again. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Now the second-year man out of Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Goff to throw, going for it all. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Got a man open. It's Patrick. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's Goff. As complete, it is. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing, Goff. This one caught at the 4. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? They'll try it now with Gibbs.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Is it time to turn to the running game to get in? 3rd and goal coming up. Now Goff. And he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown Lions. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Now a shot here, deep middle. Big opening up the middle. And he will score. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Seahawks. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Goff to throw. And that'll be batted down. Devin Witherspoon with the tight coverage as he knocks it away. Williams in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. Now it's going to be 3rd down. To throw is Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
When you throw on the Detroit Lions tape, Mike, I mean, of course we all know who Amon-Ra St. Brown is, but the best thing about his game is there's really nothing he doesn't do at a high level. Make difficult catches, move the chains. But he's also that big play elite receiver that everybody's looking for. Top 5 in catches, yards, and touchdowns a season ago.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Williams in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Detroit. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll weave his way down close to that 1st down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. He'll try and run it with Walker. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down. Throwing, Darnold. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Walker. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. 3rd and a yard. Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Stop is made by Jaron Reed. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Patrick motioning here. Goff. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. This one caught by Patrick. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more.
And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Right back to Williams. They connect again. On 4th down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This about as short as you can get. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will level the score at 10 apiece. So the late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And this is going to be a Seahawks first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game and the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Second down and 8. They'll go play action with Darnold. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll send it downfield for Laporta. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
I'm just not sure how you let somebody that big get so wide open, and judging from the defense's body language, I think it's pretty safe to say that somebody blew their coverage assignment.
First and 10 now from the 36. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. That's caught by Gibbs. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing here off. Catch is made by Wright. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Tight end going in motion here. From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions going to take the lead. It's now 13 to 10.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Walker. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. He'll get about 2. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Here now, 3rd and 5. On play action, here's Darnold. That's caught, left side, it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. The rookie, Terrion Arnold, there on the stop. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Now he'll run it, and he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. That's taken in, and he will have the Seahawks, and he's going to have the Jets.
We're starting to see this a lot in the NFL. Not only 4th down tries are up, but throwing the ball short of the sticks. Teams are so reliant nowadays on yards after the catch. You can feel a little dicey upon reception, but a nice job here, and fortunately for them, it picks up the 1st down. I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw again is Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive, but when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up, and they were able to do that here.
This returnable from the 4. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. On 1st down, it's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Goff. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Mike McDonald, not a huge fan of that last call, and he will throw the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. Catch is made. That is Williams. And he'll be taken down.
And a lot of people were confused about the Jameson Williams draft selection a couple years ago, Mike. Coming off injury, got hurt late in his career at Alabama. But let's not forget, when this guy was healthy, he was the best wide receiver in college, and now we're starting to see a lot of those qualities that we saw in that last year at Alabama play out at the professional level.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. A shotgun run now with Walker. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth, each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing, Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. First and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. He'll push forward for about a yard. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Goff to throw. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Here's the Lions punt team now. as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Taken at the 19. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. That pass caught right side. Valdez-Scantling. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. The Lions about ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Goff. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll go play action with... And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up fourth down.
And now here comes the punt team as he's standing right around his own goal line. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Darnold to throw. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's good for a Seahawks first down. handoff. This is Walker. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Seattle.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. He'll locate Cup. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They drive with 6 points. Here's Walker. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Cup in motion. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. But this is taken in by a teammate. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. They'll run with Walker. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
What can you say about the effort of this defense, Mike? I mean, they find themselves backed up their heels on their own goal line, and not only do they come up with a big 3rd down stop, they take them back for a loss. Brings up 4th down, and wow, they got a chance to make a huge goal line stand.
Here's a designed run, and that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And not much room to speak of there. He'll get this one only to about the 3. Here's 2nd and 9. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Cup in motion. They'll go play action with Darnold. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's caught by Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Lions first down. Here's Gibbs. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll run with Gibbs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. It is 3rd and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Lions. And with an open date on the schedule next week, they'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.